So in school, they teach us about our waistline and they talk about an apple or a pear shape. If you're thinner in your waist, your risk of all cause mortality is lowered. And if we have weight more of an apple shape in our waist, this increases our risk for heart attacks, cancer, literally everything, stroke, because it's all involved with insulin resistance, high cortisol, that high beta wave frequency that I've talked about before with the brainwave states. So this is part two. It's not your waist, it is your calf muscles. Look at how much muscle, okay? This is not the muscular system, this is the circulatory system. But how much weight would you lose if we cut off your legs? You would lose so much weight because the majority of the muscle is in our legs. One of the easiest ways to get the blood and fat out of the midsection, draw it down into your legs. Draw down the circulatory system. Because one of the main hallmarkers of someone who has a metabolic disease, you're looking at someone who has insulin resistance. They say not to profile people, but I have always, since I learned about this apple and pear shape, I can't help but look at someone and see their entire metabolic profile. Is this person in fight or flight? What is their digestion like? And you can simply see this through what does their midsection look like, and do they have muscle down in their legs and on their arms? If they do not, they are dealing with insulin resistance, probably in the fight or flight system, probably dealing with some anxiety and depression. Our aging is increased when we're in that fight or flight. That's how we age really, really fast. The sleep is messed up, more than likely. So one of the easiest things you can do, I always talk about this, calf raises. It's not your waist, it's your calves. It's not even your calves, it's all the musculature down into your toes. This force goes all the way up. People, a lot of times, they'll have Achilles pain, they'll have heel pain, sciatic pain. And what people know about sciatic pain is it usually starts like in that lower back area and it'll radiate down into the legs. Why is it radiating down into the legs? Because everything, our central nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord, and then that expands out. So if you're having trouble in your back, you're having trouble in your neck, you're having trouble with that sciatic nerve, you need to work on this musculature in these lower regions. And what we know about the calf muscles too, calf muscles are like the second heart. They're the second heart in the body. They pump, calf muscles pump all the blood flow back up to the heart. It's not just blood. This is oxygen. This is hormones. This is blood sugar. This is nutrients. This is waste product being sent back up to the heart. One of the things that diabetics struggle with, they'll have to get amputations in their toes or their feet because we lose blood flow down to these extremity areas. We want to keep our blood flow going for as long as possible. So if you're someone struggling with prediabetes or diabetes, maybe you have that already, like 1 in 4 people are pre-diabetic, and probably that number is a little bit up by now. Calf raises. Get on your calf, just get up on your toes. Practice an isometric contraction. You get up on your toes and you just hold that. Practice that balance. A lot of the times when we've lost musculature and blood flow down to these areas, our neurons travel a little bit slower from our brain. It's going all the way down into your toes. So just get up in an isometric contraction, which is a still contraction. You're just getting up on your tiptoes and just stay there. Stay there for a minute, 2 minutes, however long you can hold it. You're building up the muscles in your ankles and all of your feet, all the arches in your feet. Yeah, like I was saying, people have heel pain, Achilles pain, sciatica pain, but we don't realize that the muscles in our feet are severely underdeveloped. They've not had energy flowing to this area for a long time, and we just need to bring it back down. Super simple, really. Super simple when you think about it. So calf muscles are your second heart. They pump all the blood back up to the heart. And we're all dealing with gravity. Everybody's dealing with gravity. One thing I find, I like that we're all different. I'm a twin, so differences and similarities have been something that's been a theme through my entire life. I like what makes us different, right? Insulin resistance, a lack of blood flow, these can manifest differently in everyone, right? Some people manifest this as really early onset Alzheimer's dementia, right? So they'll get early onset Alzheimer's dementia in their 40s. Their memory is shot, right? Some people, some people manifest this as severe weight gain in the midsection. Maybe they have no other issues, right? Some people manifest this as bipolar disorder. Like all types of ways we can manifest this same issue, is energetic issue, lack of blood flow, lack of movement in the body. But at the same level, when we all struggle with insulin resistance, this is energetic resistance in the body of some sort. So, it's just a matter of how can I reconnect with my blood flow, my movement. And again, one of the best ways is to practice these calf raises. When you're doing these calf raises, you're strengthening up all your hamstrings, your quads, right? And we call them hamstrings and we call them quads, but you go out, I'm going to pull up the musculature system next. But you're not just looking at, it's not like one muscle in the quad muscle. You have so many muscles, right? It's holding oxygen, holding glucose, all these things. So keep practicing your blood flow and your movement. This is where your light comes from. Mitochondria is light in the body. It's heat in the body. When we gain weight in our body and you go and you take the temperature of that section that has lost blood flow, the temperature is much lower, right? Because the heat is not serving, it's not circulating in the body. Go out into the sun. One of the best ways to circulate the blood is in the sunlight. It's so beautiful. You are so beautiful. So I wish you the best of luck. I gotta go. Oh, I did want to read this passage to you. This is from A Course in Miracles. I read this morning. I try to read a little bit of this book each day. It helps me ground and center myself. In this passage this morning I read, it's okay if you don't follow with me. It's really okay. I had a huge problem with the word God. I grew up Catholic. Huge problem with the word God for majority of my life until I started learning about physics and how in physics, if you've never heard of the quantum field, this is our mathematical equation for God, how we are all connected with everything around us. And when we hold that tension in our body, when we hold this weight, this inflammation, this tension, this high beta wave frequency, we disconnect from the quantum field, from everything that's around us. We're tense. We're blocking everything out. Instead of being in this relaxed state, connected to the quantum field, connected to God, connected to the miracles and everything that permeates everything. So anyway, this passage is from the Message of the Holy Relationship. Let reason take another step. If you attack whom God would heal and hate the one he loves, then you and your Creator have a different will. This is about forgiveness. If you attack whom God would heal and hate the one he loves, then you and your Creator have a different will. Yet if you are his will, what you must believe is that you are not yourself. You can indeed believe this, and you do. And you have faith in this and see much evidence on its behalf. Like when we're in our ego, we try to convince ourselves that we're right. Like, I am right. This person is wrong. They have wronged me, and I am right because of this, this, and this. Instead of surrendering to forgiving that person and also forgiving ourselves. Anyway, and you have faith in this and see much evidence on its behalf. And where, you wonder, does your strange uneasiness, your sense of being disconnected, and your haunting fear of lack of meaning in yourself arise? It is as though you wandered in without a plan of any kind except to wander off, for only this seems certain. I love that line. It made me laugh. And where, you wonder, does your strange uneasiness, your sense of being disconnected, and your haunting fear of lack and meaning in yourself arise? It is as though you wandered in without a plan except of any kind to wander off. Like you wandered off from, like, you get into this confrontation with somebody and you have to push. There was a few weeks ago, I was sitting down to do a video here, and there was this construction worker. They had just blocked off the street, and this lady, I hear this all like, bam, 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 and I'm like looking out my window, and it's this lady telling this construction worker to move, and he's there digging up the ground, literally digging up the street. And she's like, move. And I go around to my house to a different window where I can see the picture better. And she like rams into the construction site. And this guy's like, I'm not moving. Go around. And she's like, move. And she's laying on her horn. And it's like we get into these confrontations where we don't want to back down. We don't want to be wrong. We don't want to surrender. You move. I'm not moving. You move. And it's like it took her, I don't know how long they were standing there, like 10, 15 minutes. I was just hoping for the best and for tons of other cars to pull up and get out in order for her to back up her car, aggressively reverse down the street and go a different way. So it's like, I don't know. We need surrender. You're a fighter in a world that's aching for surrender. Sometimes it's just stronger to just let go and walk away. So I'm going to try and take that advice myself. Keep your blood flow moving. I wish you the best of luck, of course. If you can like, share, and subscribe if this was helpful for you, but I hope you have a beautiful day.